Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Yoga with Dags. Today's practice, you would be helpful to have 2 bricks and a belt. If you don't have bricks, you could fold up a couple blankets to sit on. If you don't have a belt, you could grab a bathrobe tie, something like that. If you don't have anything, don't worry, we'll just do what we can. So we're going to begin seated today. So I put my 2 bricks together to make a seat for myself, which is going to give me a little lift as I sit and help me to, start to open up a little bit. So I'm sitting down here on my bricks, and I'm going to start with my legs out for a moment. Make sure your belt is close by because we're going to use it. First, we'll start in Dandasana for a moment, just stretching our legs straight out, toes up toward the ceiling, and just try to find a nice lift in your heart and your chest. Take a moment to just settle here into this space and this time and this moment and this opportunity in your beautiful body to be present to yourself. And we're going to come into Sukhasana. So take your left leg, placing the left ankle beneath the right knee, and then reaching the right ankle beneath the left knee. And just let the hips begin to settle. There's a rolling out of your upper thighs to help the hips to open. And just grounding, connecting to the earth through your feet. And sitting up nice and straight. And then just soften your eyes closed. Maybe put your hands down on your lap, which is a very grounding action. So grounding with your hands down on your lap. Rooting down through the feet, through the sitting bones, and feeling a lift up through your heart. And just finding an awareness of your breath. Allowing your breath to come in through the nose and out through the nose. And maybe a little bit deeper than your average breath. Just beginning to energize your body with the breath as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And today we're going to think about creating, that place of peace and stillness within ourselves. We're going to be opening our shoulders to continue opening our hearts. Opening our hearts helps us to become present. So we'll be opening our shoulders to open our hearts, and we'll be thinking about creating these things within ourselves, this peace, this stillness, this openness. Not just for our own personal happiness, but to send it out to help create these things in the world around us. So basically, practicing for the sake of the whole, as well as our own personal peace. And so here we go with that. We'll take our hands to our hearts and let your fingers, thumbs connect to your breastbone and fingers spread like the rays of the sun. And use your thumbs to lift your breastbone up, so you're lifting your chest up even more. And we're going to just begin our practice with an Om. And when we do Om, it's the sound vibration that runs through every single part of creation, all of creation. And we're just joining in to that sound, joining our voice into that celebration, into that everything. So we'll exhale completely first. Take a big breath in through your nose, big, slow, steady. Exhaling Om. allowing the corners of your mouth to reach up towards your ears, creating a little smile, and just feeling how that smile feels in your body. And then softening the corners of your eyes and the corners of your mouth into stillness. We'll just begin with a few big gathering breaths. So we're going to inhale and we're going to sweep our arms out and up and just gather up the life force. And then we're going to exhale it down, soothing our mind, opening our heart. And we'll do a couple more of those. Okay. And then we're just going to change the cross of our legs. We're going to straighten out the right and then the left, and then take the right under and then the left under. So the opposite one is crossed in front. And we're just going to take our belt and we're going to start to do a little shoulder opening. So finding the proper distance on your belt where you can inhale it up to heaven and exhale it without bending your arms back. And just letting those shoulders start to open. Up and down. Inhaling as you go up and exhaling as you go down. Big breaths, really nourishing your body with your breath. A couple more of these. And then we'll inhale it up. And we're going to exhale. We'll take the left one down and back and the right one up, straight up by your ear. Pull the belt in opposite direction, stretching the arms and shoulders. Inhale to transition, exhale the other side. Really reaching, really pulling, really opening, really enjoying even. Your heart staying lifted, your spine is an open conduit between the heavens and the earth. Joining those energies of the Father and the Mother within yourself. And then inhaling up and exhaling down and forward and just releasing that. We're going to take the arms out for a moment and take a big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to cross the left one beneath the right one, cross as high as you can and give yourself a little hug here. And just rock. If you can creep the fingertips back between your shoulder blades, go ahead. Just keep the tops of the shoulders soft and open. Good. And then we're going to inhale them back out. Big breath in. On the exhale, same thing. Left beneath right, cross as high as you can and wrap for eagle arms. If you can put your palms together, soften the tops of your shoulders, lift the elbows up, and just breathe. Keep your crown lifted. If you can feel the sensation as if you were spreading your collarbones and broadening your chest into this stretch. Elbows lift up, but shoulder blades descend down, tops of the shoulders descend, and breath is full. Deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly release this. Good, and just roll the shoulders out a couple of times. And we'll do the other cross next. So inhale, deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to go right beneath left this time. And give yourself a hug. Gently rocking. Just giving yourself even a little pat on the back for showing up on your mat, for going in for the sake of the whole, for being here now with gratitude in your attitude. Good. Bringing that to stillness, we'll inhale the arms out again, big breath in, and once again, right beneath left, cross as high as you can and wrap eagle arms, lifting the elbows, descending the shoulders, breathing, broadening the chest, out against the stretch. Beautiful breaths. Deep breath in, lift the elbows, and exhale, release. And just inhale the shoulders up, exhale them down and back a couple times. Just getting the tension out. Let's just lift the chest again, deep breath in, and exhale. Let's drop our ear off to the left shoulder for a moment. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite shoulder. Meanwhile, you're thinking about your left shoulder here dropping down, particularly. And one more time each way, big breath in, exhale, drop this shoulder dropping down. Inhale, opposite side as you exhale. And inhale up, exhale, turn and look out over your left shoulder. Big breath in, exhale, back to the center. Nice big breath in. Exhale, turn the other side. Really look almost over the shoulder, back. Big breath in and exhale, center. Good, we're gonna change the cross one more time. So this time we're gonna take the left one under first, the right one under second. And sit up straight. And we're going to put our belt over our left shoulder. Let's take the arms out to the side, roll your palms wide open, wide open. Inhale the arms up, big breath in. On the exhale, you're gonna drop your left arm down to tickle between the shoulder blades, using your opposite arm to lift up the elbow. Keep the crown lifted, breathe. And then taking the right arm out to the side, roll the thumb forward and down. Internal rotation, creep it across your back all the way, and then begin to creep it up the belt toward the opposite arm. If you can find your fingers, go right ahead. If not, creep up and down the belt with your opposite hands. Lift the heart, lift the chest, broaden the collarbones, breathe. Gomukhasana arms here. Good shoulder stretch, good heart opener. When you're ready, you're going to inhale and we're going to lift the left one up first, then the right one up, and exhale and release. Good, change the cross one more time. Put the belt over the opposite shoulder. Arms out to the side, roll them open, inhale them up, big breath. Exhale, drop the right one down to tickle between your shoulder blades. Take the left one out to the side, roll forward with the thumb and down and back. Creep it all the way across, like an even wave, and then take it up the belt toward the opposite arm. Lift your chest, spread your collarbones. Really make that spine as long as you can, all the way up through the crown of your head. Deep breath in and out. And inhaling up with the right arm, up with the left arm. Exhale and releasing the arms down. Good, and rolling them out. You can release the belt down. And let's just do this fully arms for a minute, where you interlace your hands, press your palms forward, plug your arm bones in and inhale them up. Good, and then bend them, bring them back by the ears and exhale them up again, right up toward the ceiling. Excellent. Lifting up, use your palms to lift you up. Deep breath in and then exhale, release. Excellent. And then opposite cross of the fingers, other fingers on top, press out, inhale up. Then take them back further and exhale, press the ceiling right away. Straight elbows if you can, chest and heart lifted, neck long and strong. Big breath in and then exhale, release the arms. And then we're just gonna come off of our bricks. So come right on down and take a Baddha Konasana. Oh, no, I'm sorry, let's stay, I hope you didn't do that. Let's stay on the bricks for a minute, because I'd like to be up lifted for our twist. So we'll just come on our bricks. Good exercise if you did get off. But yeah, let's stay up for a minute and find Baddha Konasana here, because it's a little easier with the lift, a little easier to keep our hearts open, our chest open. You can use your fingertips to press down to the earth to find more lift within yourself. You can gently guide your thighs downward a little bit, and you can lift the chest up and breathe. Good. Pressing down through the edges of the feet. We might do a little butterfly to open them up a little bit. And then bringing that into stillness, we're going to straighten them out. We're going to bend our left one, walk the heel in toward the brick, and hold on to the shin and sit up nice and straight. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale this left arm up, big breath in. Exhale, turn your belly toward the bent leg and place that arm behind you. Inhale and lift the right arm up, turn a little more toward the bent leg, and then hook it on the outside of the knee. If it's too hard to hook it, you can always just hold it, that's fine. Anchor both sitting bones, rise up taller as you inhale, and as you exhale, turn a little bit more for Marichyasana here. Nice little spinal twist. Good, big breath in, and then exhale slowly back to the center. Good, and then we're going to rainbow this right arm up, turning away from the bent knee, placing the hands behind us. Inhale up with the left arm and hook it on the inside this time. Press down with your fingers behind you as you inhale and grow taller. Exhale, revolve yourself this time to the right. Good, deep breath in. And exhaling slowly back to the center. And then straightening that leg out, we'll do the other side. Walk the heel in, sit up nice and straight. We're gonna take our right arm, inhale it up, rainbow it back as you're rolling your belly to the right. Place your fingertips behind you, press down, inhale up. With the left arm, roll yourself toward the knee and hook. Good. And then squeezing the outer hips in toward one another. Inhale and grow taller. Exhale, revolve yourself a little more. With each inhalation, get taller. And exhale, revolve. And then big breath in. Exhale slowly back to the center. Ooh, good. And then we'll rainbow this left arm up and around and back, turning away from the bent leg, inhaling up through your right arm. Exhale, hook it on the inside this time. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, revolving to the left. And one more breath. And a big breath in. And exhaling slowly back to the center. Good. And now we'll remove the bricks. Good. And we're going to, let's just take a Baddha Konasana here for a moment and see if we can lift up the spine nice and straight. Good. And then hold your feet the opposite way. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, draw your elbow points up toward the top edges of your mat as you come forward, trying to keep your spine nice and long and straight. And let your heart be the leader. It's almost as if your heart was leading across the room as you come forward. And breathe. And then inhale to come up, and then we'll exhale, draw the legs together, straighten the legs out. And we're going to externally rotate here on your left leg. We're gonna rock our baby by weaving your arm in, and just take a minute to rock this hip. It's good to open this hip joint up. As you're doing this, if you can continue to sit up straight and tall, that would be great, trying to stabilize through the opposite leg, not moving it too much. And then you're gonna take it so that if you can, you're bringing your heel right up to the top of that leg. You might wanna support this knee with a brick if there's any pain in the knee joint or the hip joint. And then we're gonna inhale up here with our left arm, big breath in. On the exhale, you're gonna reach to the outside of that ankle as you come forward. And then we're gonna take the other arm to the other side. You might reach your foot, you might reach the ankle. If you can keep the foot that you have bent, the foot flexed, that's good for the knee. And just kind of creep yourself forward here. Again, trying to maintain length in your spine and take your heart forward and across the room. Keep the breath flowing. This opens and calms the hips and nervous system. Inhale to come on up, and then exhale, release that. And we'll do the second side. So external rotation, hold the baby, rock the baby, open the hips, lift the heart, mobilizing yourself here. And then kind of rolling that calf up, try to take the foot up toward the top of the leg, support beneath the knee if you need it. And then inhaling up with the right arm this time. Exhale, reach for the outside of that ankle if you can. Good. And then inhaling up with the opposite one, taking it over. Oh, one side might be a little harder than the other. Again, chest, if you can, keep it lifted and come forward any amount. It can just be a tiny bit. Just breathe. Just be here. Love this body that you showed up with on your mat today. Your vehicle. It's your vehicle to carry you around in this world so that you can do good things. You can create, more of what's true, more of what's beautiful, and more of what's good through your vehicle. And then inhaling to come up, exhale, releasing that straight out. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to come forward and we're going to do a little cat-cow first. So on all fours, palms beneath the shoulders, hands slightly turned out. We're going to inhale and we're going to show from the side. You probably know this, but lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the tail, exhale, carve it down, arch the back, drop the chin, drop the tail, and just do this with your breath a little bit. Big yummy breaths. Good, one more exhalation. And then inhale to a neutral spine. We're gonna come into a full Gomukhasana. So what we're gonna do is have your right knee straight forward and take your left one and wrap it in front. So one knee is going directly in front of the other, and then spread your feet, spread your feet. Then maybe take a brick and put it between your feet and sit back on it if you can. Now this might feel dastardly uncomfortable. If it does, then you can just step the foot across instead into like a half of this. But if you can be in this comfortable, try to make your feet as even as you can. Try to make your sitting bones as even as you can. And then we're gonna put the belt over our right shoulder. And we're gonna bring the arms out, roll them open, inhale them up with a big breath. On the exhale, we're gonna drop that right one down to tickle between the shoulder blades. Same arms as before, left one out. Roll the thumb forward, down and back. Take it across, and then try to creep it up toward the other one. Maybe take the belts one direction or the other and lift the heart and chest. Big breaths. Good, and we're gonna take this a little into a forward fold. So inhale, lift the chest. On the exhale, come forward any amount. It's gonna stretch into the hips a little bit more. Just a little bit, staying anchored through the sitting bones, keeping lifted through the chest, just a little bit forward. And then inhale back up and take the top arm up, bottom arm up, exhale, release. From here, we're gonna come into a little fire log hip stack. So take your bottom foot and just kind of make the shin parallel at the mat. And then see if you can take your top ankle on top of that knee. So ideally, we're trying to get our shins stacked like firewood. And our chest lifted. You can press down into your mat with your fingertips. Feel a rolling open of your thighs here. And breathe. Good, and then release the top foot down. We'll come back again onto all fours for a moment. This time, just plant through your left knee, take the right one in front, stack knee in front of knee, leaning forward, spread the feet. And then you can sit back onto your brick, or if it's comfortable, you can sit right back onto the floor, either way. And like I said, if it's not comfortable, all you have to do is step across with the top leg. Just step across and put the foot down rather than the whole thing here. But if you're into this posture, try to make your feet as symmetrical as possible. Lift the chest. Belt will go over the left shoulder this time. And we're going to take the arms out, roll them open, and inhale them nice and high. On the exhale, dropping down to tickle. Taking the opposite arm out. Thumb rolls down and back, all the way across, and creeping up. And then lifting the heart, lifting the chest. Big breath in, growing tall. Exhale forward any amount, keeping the heart open. Inhaling to come up, lifting up through one arm, lifting up through the second arm, and releasing. Then releasing the belt. Get your bottom leg shin parallel at the top of your mat, placing the opposite ankle on that knee and stacking any amount. Ooh, breathing and sitting up nice and straight. If this is very uncomfortable, you can just go back and work on crossing your legs and sitting up straight. Good, release that foot forward. And let's try this wonderful little thing where we try to stand up. We start with our legs crossed. We're gonna try to stand up without using our hands. So feet are crossed. Come in, put your weight in your feet and stand up. And then uncross. Good, so from here, we're going to come and we're gonna do eagle pose. Okay, so we're going to take the arms first. Arms out to the side, just like we did before. Lift your heart and chest, deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to take the left beneath the right, cross as high as you can, and take those beautiful eagle arms, palm to palm. Elbows lift, shoulders extend. Ground through your feet as much as you can. Lift up through the left leg. Lift it a little higher. See if you can cross it. And maybe start to bend the standing leg and wrap it around any amount. And it's like you're sitting back in a chair. Your tail is going forward toward your knees. Your back is staying straight. Your chest is staying lifted, and just sit down any amount more. Try to gaze at eye level at something that's not moving. Try to broaden your chest here, broaden your heart. Then press into the foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, undo the feet and undo the arms and fly. Good. And then second side, arms out, big breath in. This time we're gonna go right beneath left, cross as high as you can and wrap. Gaze ahead at eye level at something that's not moving, elbows lift, shoulders soft and open. Grounding this time through the left foot, lift the right one up, find your balance. And cross it over, maybe wrap, and then begin to sit back, Utkatasana. So your lower back is not arched, your tail is reaching down to the knees as you bend and you're breathing. Good, squeezing the outer hips in, lifting the elbows. Press down on the feet, straighten the leg, unwrap the legs, release the arms. Good, and just roll them out. Whew, good, all right, so next, we're gonna take eagle arms one more time. So step up on your mat a little bit more, arms out to the side, big breath in. We're gonna exhale and we're gonna take the left one beneath the right, wrap them up. Lift them up, big breath in, lift up the left leg and take a nice big step back. So a big step back. Now your back foot is going to come forward to 60 degrees. Hips are facing quite forward. Lift up the arms, big breath in. On the exhale, bend that front knee until you can see your big toes, but not your little toes. Back leg is nice and strong. And then lift up through the elbows here. So I'll just show you this from the side too, so you have an idea of what I'm doing from the side here. Okay, so bending here, grounding, lifting, and kind of just sinking down into this. It's like a warrior eagle. From here, you're gonna lengthen your torso out over that front leg. Bring the weight up into the front foot and see if you can lift your back leg up a little bit. Look forward a few feet, straighten that standing leg if you can and find any balance that you can. If you can roll the inner thigh of the back leg up to the ceiling and reach it back, then bend, place the foot down, return to warrior one eagle, and then step forward and release the arms. That was some work. Fun work, but work. All right, so we're gonna do the other side. So eagle arms first, big breath in. This time we're gonna exhale right beneath left, cross high, take the arms. I'll do it from the side again. So big breath in, lifting up the right leg this time, stepping back. Oops, I'm stepping on my belt. All right, so we're gonna step back, ground through that back leg, turn the hips forward, deep breath in. You're feeling the back edge of the back foot, or outside edge of the back foot. And then you're gonna bend that front leg until you can see your big toe, but no little toes, and take a warrior. Take a warrior, broadening your heart. When you're ready, come out over that front leg. Begin to shift the weight forward and spring up. Spring up like a spring chicken, even though it's fall. And look slightly ahead, get strong in your standing leg if you can. Lift that back leg, roll the inner thigh up. And when you're ready, bending, stepping back, finding that warrior one more time. And then springing forward, releasing the arms. Letting go. Awesome. Very, very good. So next, we're going to have our bricks out in front of us. We're going to take a big breath in, and we're going to exhale and come wide. Come wide with your legs. And lift the heart and lift the chest. And let's clasp the arms behind us and roll the shoulders down the back. Just clasp your hands behind you. Lift the chest, lift up. Have your bricks down in front of you. And then we're going to take a big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to come forward with a long, straight spine and see if maybe you can bring your head down to your bricks. You might have to make them higher, and that's okay. And then try to ground through the outside edges of your feet. You might have your toes pointing in a little, heels out. Straightening the legs, breathing into these shoulders, releasing the crown of your head down. If you can find a little relaxation here for a moment. It's always good to look at the world from a new upside down perspective. When you're ready, press into your feet, inhale up with a long straight spine. And release the arms. And then heel toe in a little bit and turn your toes out and roll your thighs out. Straighten the legs, arms out to the side, roll your palms up, big breath in, and exhale, sit down, goddess pose. Just connect to the earth, connect to heaven through your fingertips and your crown. Sink down, rise up, and breathe. And we'll do a couple breaths where we inhale and come up and 5-pointed star. Exhale, sit. Find your power. Couple more. Yeah. Couple more here. It's really sinking down. One more. Big breath in. Exhale, sink. And then up. And we'll just take our feet together. And now it's time to relax. So I'm going to take one of my bricks and my mat over to a wall. If you don't have a regular wall space, you can always use a door. I use the door in here because I have radiator heaters. So put your mat there. I'm going to see that you guys can see me, I hope. Hopefully you'll be able to see me here. I might have to adjust it again. I apologize if I do. Don't have the best technology. At least not that kind of technology. So anyway, how you get in here is you Velcro your booty up to the wall and then you roll your legs up. It looks like you can see me here. I don't know if you can see my head. Yeah, maybe. I hope you can. Because I can't see my head, but anyway, you get the idea. The legs are up the wall. Then you can bend the knees and lift your hips and put your brick beneath your sacrum. Scoot yourself in a little bit. And then you're at a little more of a shoulder stand here. And just let yourself settle and soften here. If you can roll your shoulders under a little bit, that is always a good idea. And let the energy from above, from the sky, from the Heavenly Father, from Spirit, from the universe, however you like to call up there. Let it just come down through your feet, through your legs, to your pelvis, toward your heart, allowing your chin to go straight forward into your sternal notch. And just allow yourself to be here and soften and relax. Allowing yourself to just melt into this moment. This is a restorative pose, so as you soften and your eyes are closed and sinking back, just see if you can let your muscles just melt. And if you would like to try to bring the bottoms of the feet together into a Dandasana, you can do that too. That can feel good. you can choose what feels better to you, and maybe even, shift back and forth a little as you're resting here. This is our rest for today. So just allow yourself that opportunity to let go and rest. If the brick is not comfortable under your sacrum, you can always take the brick out and go flat too. So never be uncomfortable in a restorative pose. It's very important to be comfortable as you rest. So like I said, if for any reason the brick doesn't feel good, just take it out, and you can either be down like this or up like this. So just let go and allow yourself to rest and be. And just let go, soften even more. And as you're resting there comfortably, I hope, I'm going to read the Bodhisattva vow to you, which is about, doing what we do for the sake of the whole. As long as diseases afflict living beings, may I be the doctor, the medicine, and also the nurse who restores them to health. May I fall as rain to increase the harvest that must feed living beings. And in ages of dire famine, may I myself serve as food and drink. May I be an unending treasury for those desperate and forlorn. May I manifest as what they require and wish to have near them. My body, every possession, and all goodness, past, present, and future. Without remorse, I dedicate to the well-being of the world. Suffering is transcended by total surrender, and the mind attains to nirvana. As one day all must be given up, why not dedicate it now to the universal happiness? My bodily powers I dedicate to the well-being of all that lives. Should anyone wish to kill, abuse, or beat me, the responsibility is purely their own. Should anyone wish to ridicule me and make me an object of jest and scorn, why should I possibly care if I have dedicated myself to others? Let them do as they wish with me, so long as it does not harm them. May no one who encounters me ever have an insignificant contact, regardless whether those whom I meet respond toward me with anger or faith. May the mere fact of our meeting contribute to the fulfillment of their wishes. May the slander, harm, and all forms of abuse that anyone should direct toward me act as a cause of their enlightenment. May I be a protector to the helpless, a guide to those traveling the path, a boat to those wishing to cross over, or a bridge or a raft. May I be land for those requiring it, a lamp for those in darkness. May I be a home for the homeless and a servant for the world. So maybe bending, well, if you have the brick under you, bend your knees and press your feet into the wall and just take the brick right out. And if you don't, just bend either way. Once you do that, bend your knees into your chest. Give them a hug. And roll very softly onto your right side. Allowing yourself to very slowly get up and find a seat. And we'll just seal our little practice together by taking our hands to our hearts and gently bowing our head to our hearts in gratitude for our practice, for our breath, for this day, for each other. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I will look forward to next time. Do good things.